Picture being rejected again and again. Every door slammed in your face while people quietly decide you're not good enough. Your dreams feel bigger than your circumstances, yet the world keeps reminding you to be realistic. Most people would give up after so many failures. Most people would accept defeat and move on with an ordinary life. But this story is different. This is the story of someone who turned rejection into strength and doubt into determination. Every failure became fuel, every setback a lesson. And one day, the same people who once rejected them would witness something unbelievable, the rise of someone they thought would never succeed. Stay with us, because what happens next in this unbelievable story will leave you completely speechless. Before we start, hit like, share, and subscribe, and drop in the comments where in the world are you watching from. In a small, ordinary town lived someone with an extraordinary dream. While most people around them were satisfied with safe routines and predictable futures, this dreamer imagined a life that was bigger, brighter, and far beyond what anyone expected. They often spoke about their goals with excitement, believing that one day their hard work would lead them somewhere remarkable. But not everyone shared that belief. Friends laughed quietly, relatives warned them to be realistic, and even mentors suggested choosing a safer path. Dreams are good, they said, but not everyone is meant for greatness. Still, the dream refused to fade. Deep inside, the dreamer felt something powerful, an unshakable belief that their story was only beginning. Finally, the moment arrived that the dreamer had been waiting for. It felt like the first real chance to prove that their dream was not just imagination but a possibility. They prepared with excitement and nervous hope, spending countless hours practicing, planning, and believing that this could be the turning point. But when the results came, everything changed. The opportunity slipped away. The answer was no. At first they tried to stay strong, telling themselves it was just one setback. But then another rejection came, and another. Soon, the dreamer found themselves standing in a quiet moment of doubt, wondering if the world had already decided their fate. Rejection after rejection slowly pushed the dreamer into their darkest days. The excitement that once filled their heart began to fade, replaced by exhaustion and quiet frustration. Nights became long and restless as they lay awake, replaying every failure in their mind, wondering where things had gone wrong. Around them, life seemed to move forward for everyone else. Friends celebrated their achievements while the dreamer struggled just to hold on to motivation. Each passing day made the dream feel heavier, almost impossible to carry. More than once, the thought of quitting crossed their mind, but somewhere deep inside, a small voice refused to disappear, quietly whispering that the story was not over yet. One quiet evening, after another day of disappointment, the dreamer realized something important. Waiting for the world to believe in them was a mistake. If things were ever going to change, the change had to start within. That realization became the turning point. Instead of focusing on rejection, they began focusing on growth. Every mistake was studied carefully, every weakness turned into a lesson. The dreamer worked harder than ever before, practicing when others rested and learning when others doubted. Slowly, confidence began to return. Skills sharpened, discipline strengthened, and determination grew stronger each day. The person who once felt defeated was now transforming into someone far more resilient and unstoppable. Just when the dreamer had stopped expecting quick success, life presented a small and unexpected opportunity. It wasn't the grand chance they had once imagined. In fact, many people ignored it because it seemed too ordinary to matter. But the dreamer saw something different. This time, they understood that even the smallest door could lead somewhere important. Without hesitation, they stepped forward and gave it everything they had. Every lesson from past failures guided their actions, and every hour of hard work strengthened their effort. They approached the opportunity with quiet determination, knowing that this moment, however small it seemed, might finally change the direction of their journey forever. At first, the results were small, almost invisible to everyone else, but the dreamer noticed the difference. Each effort brought a little progress, each day a little improvement. Slowly, the work they had poured into that small opportunity began to show real results. People who once ignored them started paying attention. The same voices that once doubted their abilities now watched with curiosity and surprise. Step by step, the dreamer was building something real. It wasn't sudden fame or instant success. It was steady progress earned through persistence and patience. And with every small victory, their confidence grew stronger, proving that determination could achieve what doubt once believed impossible. Then one day, the moment finally arrived, the breakthrough the dreamer had been working toward for so long. What once felt impossible suddenly became real. The effort, the failures, the sleepless nights, all came together in a single turning point that changed everything. People began to recognize their success. Opportunities that once seemed distant started appearing one after another. The same individuals who had once doubted them were now speaking about their determination with admiration. But for the dreamer, the real victory was not fame or applause. It was the realization that every rejection along the way had prepared them for this moment of triumph. As the dreamer's success grew, something unexpected began to happen. People started asking about the journey behind it. They wanted to know how someone who had faced so many rejections managed to rise again and again without giving up. The dreamer shared their story honestly, speaking about the failures, the doubts, and the painful moments that almost ended the dream. Instead of hiding the struggle, they embraced it. Soon, their journey became a source of inspiration for others. Young dreamers who once felt discouraged began to believe in themselves again, because they realized something powerful: rejection doesn't define your future unless you allow it to. Persistence does. Looking back, the dreamer realized that rejection was never the enemy. Every failure, every closed door, every harsh word had taught them something invaluable. Without those moments of struggle, they might never have discovered their true strength or potential. Rejection forced them to adapt, to grow, and to become far stronger than they ever imagined. It shaped their character and sharpened their focus, turning doubt into motivation and fear into action. Now they understood the truth. Life will always present obstacles. People will doubt you. Opportunities may be delayed, but persistence, resilience, and belief in yourself transform setbacks into stepping stones towards success, creating a path others can only admire. So whenever life rejects you, remember this story. Rejection is not the end, it's a signal to grow stronger, learn more, and push further. The dreamer who was once ignored didn't succeed because luck favored them. They succeeded because they refused to quit. Every failure, every closed door, and every doubt became fuel for their journey. Your struggles today may be shaping your greatest victories tomorrow. Keep believing, keep trying, and keep moving forward. One day, the same people who doubted you may watch your success and realize they underestimated your determination. That moment will be your ultimate glory.